Gigo.
Hello everyone, I'm Teacher Raccoon. Today we're going to look at the waste sorting device from lesson 14. In this lesson, we will use our model to scan 3 different cards. According to the card, the model will divide objects into left, middle or right with 180 degrees servo motor. Then we will use 250x planetary gearbox, DDM. One can be used to craft a gate, and the other will be used to make a conveyor belt to transport cards. Let's build the model. Okay, we've completed the waste sorting device. As we just say, we will use 50x planetary gearbox to create a gate. There is also a conveyor belt so we can transport our resource cards. When the camera scans different types of cards, such as paper, it will open the gate, and then the 180 degrees servo motor will sort it to the left. If it is a PET bottle card, plastic, the model will sort it into the middle. If it is a can card, metal, the model will sort it to the right. So we use 180 degrees servo motor to simulate resource classification. Let's get started. We'll start by doing some programming. First, click Board and add the Use Wi-Fi to Control block. This model uses 250x planetary gearbox. One is motor C and the other is motor G. The motor C is to control the conveyor belt. The motor G is to control the gate. Before adding the program block, remember to click Extension and then add the Gigo function first. After adding it, you can find the Gigo option. Add 2 DDM motor, pin A stop blocks and then change it to pin C and pin G. Remember to turn off the 2 DDM motors to avoid an accidental start. Click Image Classification and then add this block. We also used same program and same cards in lesson 7. But for this lesson we use 3 cards. Then we're going to set our categories. Remember we have downloaded the file to the SD card and then enter 14.1 in lesson 7? But because the software has some updates, here we are going to use 14.2 instead of 14.1 in the manual. The AI checkout in lesson 7 still uses 14.1 file. If you are doing lesson 14, it needs to be changed to 14.2 file. So enter 14.2 here. Okay, let's continue to set our categories. Note the new order of categories. First is the can card. Cans are metal, so enter metal here. The second is an empty set, so we enter null. Don't forget the empty set. It's very important. The book paper, so enter paper here. The last one is a PET bottle, so we enter plastic. Now we have 4 categories. Remember that the order must be metal, null, paper, plastic. Now, click Loops and add the repeat forever do block. Click Image Classification and then add Start Identification block. Then I want the LCD screen to show what is detected. How confident is it? So click the LCD screen and then add the LCD display text block. Click the text and then add the Create Text with block to replace. Because we want to display 3 cards, click the blue gear to turn into 3 items. What are the 3 things I want to show? The first one is Get Identification Name block. The second is Get Identification Confidence block. Click Text, add the empty block and enter slash. This way we can distinguish the information better. We have done similar programs before. Next click Logic, then add an if do block. Click Logic again, then add 2 equal blocks and an AND block. Put 2 equal blocks into the AND block. First, we have to write 3 different conditions. The model should turn to 3 different angles according to different cards. Let's write the program of middle position first. If the plastic card is scanned, the 180 degrees servo motor should stay in middle. The conveyor belt will start to carry the card and the gate will open. Okay, let's start. Copy the Get Identification Name block and put in here. Click Text, add the empty block and then enter Plastic. Copy the Get Identification Confidence block and put in here. Change equal to greater than or equal to. Click Math, add 0 block and change the 0 to 0.5. This is the same as the program in the manual. We have completed the program when scanning the plastic card. Now we need to open the gate. The gate is activated by motor G. So click Gigo and then add 2 DDM motor blocks. One is DDM motor, pin a clockwise block. The second one is DDM motor, pin a speed block. Now change pin A to pin G. If the motor G rotates clockwise, the gate will be opened. So we don't need to change the direction, because it only needs to open the gate. The speed value does not need to be set too high. Let's set the speed value to 15. Click Loops and then add the waiting 1 second block. This block is to avoid motor damage caused by running too long. Change 1 to 0.1. As long as it can open the gate. Copy the DDM motor, pin G stop block. It can prevent the motor from rotating continuously. Now we can write the program for second motor. The second motor is motor C, which is connected to the conveyor belt. We're going to make the conveyor belt do the work. So copy these 2 blocks and change motor G to motor C. If the motor C rotates clockwise, it will start the conveyor belt. So we don't need to change the direction. Change the speed value from 15 to 50. Because it will push the card, it needs more power. Next is the angle of 180 degrees servo motor. It should be in the middle position. Click Gigo and then add the 180-degree servo rotate block. Change the P0 to P7. And change the degree from 60 to 85 or 90. Because its rotation angle is 180. The middle position will probably be in the range of 85 to 90. Copy waiting 0.1 seconds block. It takes some time for the conveyor belt to deliver items, so change 0.1 to 5 seconds. After 5 seconds, the card has been transported and sorted. Next, let's close the gate. Copy this block and then change clockwise to counterclockwise. Speed and time remain the same, just copy these blocks again. Remember, the two motors have to stop at the end. So copy two DDM motor stop blocks. Copy the waiting 5 seconds block and then change it to 2 seconds. In this way, the operation time of the model will not be too long. This program is very simple, right? Good. Because the program of other two cards are very similar to this program. Click blue gear icon and add to the else if. Now we can finish the program of other two cards. It's very simple. Just copy these blocks directly. All we need to adjust is the name of the card. So change the plastic to paper. Here we lower the confidence value to 0.4. The rest of the programs remain unchanged. Because no matter which card you scanned, the gate will open. We just copy these blocks again to make the gate open. As for the conveyor belt, it still rotates clockwise. So copy these blocks again. But the speed can be slightly increased. Because the paper card may require more speed to transport. Double check that the program matches the above. Here we change the speed value from 50 to 80. Another thing needs to change is the angle. I want the paper card to be sorted to the left. So the value must be lower than 85. But we don't set the value too close to 0. We set about 50 degrees. Copy the rest of programs to make the gate close and then stop the motor. Great! We complete the program of paper card. Let's do a quick review. If the model scan the paper and the confidence value is greater than or equal to 0.4, motor G rotates clockwise at 15 speed to open the gate for 0.1 second. Then the conveyor belt starts running. Sort the paper card to the left through the 180-degree servo motor, and the whole action lasts for 5 seconds. After that, all motors and gate will be closed. Finally, remember to give it a little buffer time. The program for the can card is similar as above. Copy this block again and change the paper to metal. Let's adjust the confidence value to 0.55. Now just copy the rest of the programs according to the above programs. First, open the gate for 0.1 second and stop. Then through the motor C, make the conveyor belt to transport the metal card. Here we can adjust the speed value back to 50. After adjusting the speed, we need to adjust the angle of 180 degrees servo motor. Because it should be sorted to the right, the angle must be greater than 85. Here we set the angle value to 110. You can also increase the value, just don't set too close to 180 degrees. Next is to close the gate, so make sure it rotates counterclockwise. Waiting 0.1 second and stop 2 motors. After stopping, add a 2-second buffer time. The logic of whole program is very simple, because the 3 cards have some actions in common. First is rotate clockwise to open the gate. Then the conveyor belt starts to transport the cards. Only the speed of motor is different. 3 kinds of cards will be sorted into 3 different angles. The ending part is all the same. Run for 5 seconds, and then close the gate and stop 2 motors. Right, let's send the program to the device and see it in action. Turn on the power to start the test. First, let's test the book card paper. Great, the gate is open and the conveyor belt is running. The most important thing is that the 180 degrees servo motor turns to the left. Okay, let's test the second card, pet bottle, plastic. We can see it open the gate, start the conveyor belt, and sort the card in the middle position. The last card is the can card, metal. The metal is sorted to the right. Well done! The program worked perfectly. Thanks for watching this video. This was the waste sorting device from lesson 14.